Okay, welcome to Politics NY with Skye, Schneps Media's 3 questions in 3 minutes. And this interview is one in a series of Schneps Media's Politics NY candidate interviews sponsored by AARP of New York. New Yorkers 50 plus are the city's most reliable voters, accounting for 3 out of 4 ballots cast in the last open mayoral primary. AARP urges all of New York City mayoral candidates to remember that 50 plus voters count and to focus on the issues most important to this critical voting bloc. And with that in mind, I'm here with Maya Wiley, candidate to be the next mayor of the city of New York. So Maya, let's kick off with just give us your elevator pitch of who you are and why people should vote for you.
Well, thank you, Skye, for having me. And besides being a 50 plus, 57 years old, I'm a mother and I'm a civil rights lawyer that has spent my whole career making change to support people and communities having what they need to survive and thrive. And I'm running for mayor because at a time of a transformational crisis, we must make sure we're recovering every single New Yorker. And I've got the plans to do it that invest in our communities, that make housing affordable, keep us safe in our streets and safe from police violence, and make sure we're not losing a generation of our kids to trauma and to the problems that we've seen in our schools and much more.
So you mentioned housing, and one of the things that AARP members are concerned about is that they won't be able to afford to retire here in New York City. And what is your plan to address that concern?
Look, that's a big problem for all New Yorkers. And we know that our population of New Yorkers who are 50 plus, 65 plus is growing rapidly. We will have 1.8 million New Yorkers over 65 by 2030. We have an affordability crisis in the city, and I'm going to fix it because I've got a plan to increase the capital construction budget, doubling it to $10 billion. And that is the budget that we use to create more affordable housing. And it's going to be affordable housing that we can actually afford. And I'm also going to fight in Albany and partner with our advocates to make sure we are getting more rental supports and preventing increases, expanding who we're protecting from increasing in rent for seniors, because that's one of the tools we have in our arsenal. And I won't stop there because we also need more supportive housing. So housing that has support services on site. Our seniors deserve it and need it, and I'm going to get that done.
Yeah, and the other thing you mentioned is public safety and crime. That's another concern for all New Yorkers and AARP members. So what are your thoughts when it comes to that? I know that there's big hype about the police as well.
Yeah, look, we have to have a balanced approach. I am someone who, as a Black woman, knows what it's like to fear crime. I also know what it's like to fear police violence. And it is simply not true that we can't have both safety in our streets from crime and have fair and just policing for Black and brown New Yorkers. So first and foremost, I'm going to make sure we're focusing the police department on the serious crimes we need them focused on, like illegal guns coming into our community, into our city, and also going after violent criminals. But we're also going to make sure that we are shifting resources that are being wasted in the police department in order to have the right responders to the right problems. Mental health is a big one. It's actually one of the reasons we are also feeling more insecure, for instance, in our subway system. It is mental illness. It is something that's on the rise in COVID, but it's also a humanitarian crisis because we haven't taken care of our people who are mentally ill. So I'm going to have crisis mental health responders rather than police officers who are skilled and go into the subways and onto our streets before there's a violent incident with someone who actually needs support and mental health services. We're going to get them the services they need.
Yeah, that's what's needed. I know. So thank you. And now, government and politics aside, Maya Wiley, tell us something fun or interesting about yourself that maybe people don't know.
I think what people don't know, besides the fact that I have 2 fierce and fabulous daughters who educate me every day and in every way, is that I'm a big cat lover. I've now got 2 cats. I just lost one of my cats a couple weeks ago to cancer. But for me, yeah, I'm a cat mom.
Okay, I know I had to mute myself because I have a dog and he's barking. But okay.
Well, I love dogs. I just don't have time to walk them.
Well, thank you. Of course, you don't have time. You're running for mayor. So thank you so much, Maya Wiley, for your time on Steps Media's 3 Questions in 3 Minutes. And I'm Skye with Politics NY.
Thank you, Skye. Pleasure to be with you.